The results of a troubling new report about the workplace atmosphere for Jewish people is setting off alarm bells. And Brian Grimm, the president of the Religious Freedom and Business Foundation, is here with the details. Brian, what exactly did your study find?
So this was a study of Jews in the workplace and their ability to feel that they can bring their whole self to work, which is the current mantra. And troublingly, for most Jews, they are finding that coming out as Jewish in the workplace is something that they feel is dangerous and something that does not really make them feel welcome and like they belong in their workplaces.
Wow, what are some of the maybe the statistics, the percentages that you guys found?
So we found that the majority of Jewish employees are not looking to come out and be known as Jewish. And it's interesting. Today is the fast day of Esther, leading up to Purim, when they were rescued by the intervention of Queen Esther. And in that time, they talk about Jewish identity as, or God being hidden, because God isn't mentioned in the book of Esther. So for a lot of Jewish people, this idea that sort of keeping a low profile, and even God keeping a low profile, is something that they identify with, but it's not something that's really good for business, because when people feel like that they can't show their whole, bring their whole, not just self, but their whole soul to work, then you get half of a worker.
Well, this is extraordinarily troubling for me. I think someone can maybe click on this video and hear that statistic, but whoa, time out. Like the fact that Jewish people in the United States of America feel unsafe, threatened even, not wanting to express their Jewishness is just, that is just not okay. And the fact that we've come to that point in the United States is startling and horrifying. Brian, what does this information mean to you?
So it means several things. One thing is that this is not just isolated to Jewish people. So people of all different faiths, Muslim, Christian, Jewish, Scientologists, across the spectrum, have been working in workplaces in varying degrees. They feel like they can be authentic. And for a lot of people, they don't. So this is not just a problem that Jews are facing, but they oftentimes in religious freedom circles, they talked about problems Jews experience being the canary in the coal mine.
Right.
So if we see them experiencing something, we're pretty sure that other religious groups. So I think that's the first thing it means. And then the second thing it means is that something needs to be done.
Yeah, and that's the question. One of the things that I'm really passionate about reporting on, which is I don't like bringing light to some of these things, but is the ridiculous resurgence of anti-Semitism all around the world. It's heartbreaking to see, but a lot of folks watching think, this is terrible, this is awful, but what can I do? And I think that's maybe the last question is, Brian, is what do we do with this information? Where do we go from here?
Well, a number of companies are really taking this in the right direction. So what they've done, and this is a term that has received a lot of bad press, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. But as part of those programs, companies have opened the space for people of faith to have what are called employee resource groups based on their faith identity. And these have proliferated across many companies in corporate America and around the world. And these provide a safe space for people of different, varying faiths to be able to express themselves in the workplace. Today is the fast day of Esther, tomorrow's Purim, and we had an event in the UK with our UK network where we had someone talking about Purim, someone talking about Lent, that was me, someone talking about Ramadan, and someone talking about the Hindu festival of Holi. And so bringing people together to make the safe space for all of us is a way to help any particular group. So if we want to help our Jewish colleagues, we also want to help our colleagues of other faiths, including Christians, to be able to come out and celebrate who they are in the workplace.
Brian Grimm, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.